Welcome to Victoria Anyanwu Tutu's kitchen. Here I want to make ogbono and okra soup mixed together. This is my stockfish and dry fish, and I have my beef here, and also my ogbono and crayfish, and also ugu leaf, also known as pumpkin leaf, those who call it pumpkin leaf. And I have my okra here, okra also known as okra, depending how you want to pronounce it, and my habanero pepper, ose, atarudo, whatever you want to call it. And I have my seasoning here. So guys, do you think in Nigeria here we have low budget meal? Nothing like low budget to me, because everything here is very expensive. The ogbono, we have also our ogbono here, so you can see my ogbono. So nothing is low budget. Anybody that is able to go to the market and get ingredients to prepare meal, please call that person chief. Lola, hail that person. Is not easy. Hail that person. No low budget. Every meal we are eating here is high budget meal. So stay tuned as I prepare this meal, and you see how I do it, and cook my ogbono and okra soup. So stay tuned. The ogbono is already in the mortar because I'm going to grind the ogbono manually in mortar, because I prefer pounding the ogbono instead of using the blender or any other source of blending ogbono, but I prefer pounding. So this is how I prep my ogbono. This is the ogbono and the meat on fire. That's the beef. So I'm going to add the salt and the seasoning. Yes, so that it will boil out with the water. But let me ask you, does beef really have its own juice? Because I always hear that it has its own juice. But remember, say they wash it with water. Now that water when they take wash, and then they come out. Then after adding the salt and seasoning, and here is my chopped onions. Yes, this is my chopped onions. Everything must go in. It's not easy to cook. Everything must go in. The ogbono is done grinding, so I'm bringing it out from the mortar. So you can use whatever method you want to grind your ogbono. You can either use blender or the manual engine, but I prefer using mortar. So you can use mortar as well, because the tastes are different. I prefer using mortar. So this is the final product. We have to pound the crayfish. So after pounding the crayfish, I'm adding the habanero pepper. Done pounding with the pepper, it's done now. So the next thing is to add the ogbono. So guys, the ogbono is done. I'm adding palm oil. This is the palm oil. This palm oil will help it not to be lumpy. So I have to put it now and mix it together. I'll mix it together so that when putting it in the soup, it will not be lumpy. I've prepped my dry fish and stockfish. I use hot water to do that, so that it will be able to kill the pest in it. So this is the dry fish and the stockfish. So in this water, sorry, I did not show when I add cayenne pepper, dry pepper. I just add a little bit because I love my soup to be a little bit spicy. So I've added that behind camera. I'm adding up the habanero pepper with a crayfish. So I'll leave it for a little while as it's boiling. So after then, which I will add the ogbono. Let me stir it a bit. So I'll just allow it for a little while. In Africa here, we don't give time. Yes, we don't give time at all. It's when you have the instinct to do it, you do it. Add anything you want to add. Yeah. The sauce is boiling. I add my ogbono or ogbono, depending how you call it. So I'll allow it to boil for some time before adding the veggies. Wow, can you see do you like what we are seeing? Wow, this is lovely. The ogbono I use is a very nice ogbono. Yes, you can see how bright it is. So now, after the ogbono is boiling, I have to put my veggies. And what is in my veggies? Sliced okra, ugu, and a strand of spring onions. Sorry, I did not show you when I was prepping the spring onions. Yes. And one thing I want you to know is that now we are not in the season of okra. And okra is very expensive now. So what you have to do, if you have those ones where they strong, gagaraga like firewood, just bring it, put it inside your mortar, scatter the okra, pour it inside to help to make it draw. Is this draw or slime? Whatever the language you want to use for it, you use it, but it will help you to draw, as I know.
The mistake.
I le pokwa la ba enime.